This is my tutorial for my Fruit Loop bracelet. I came up with this a while ago, and I have a few things to say before we get started. I had posted this bracelet on Instagram, and about a week later, a video was made of a bracelet really similar, like the single ones. And then a few days after that, a picture was posted on Instagram. So my only issue with that is that I don't want to be accused of stealing. If you check the dates, mine came out first. So if you leave a comment, I will delete it if it's mean. So here we go. It always sounds bad when I say that. So anyway, now to nicer topics. This was my first one, and I really liked it. And I do it on the rainbow loom when it's straight across. And so I started doing just the single ones, which I'm going to show you how to do the single one. And if you want to do the double, you're just going to double it up. These are all the same pattern, just different colors for different parts. And it really changes, like this one with the silver, it really changes the whole look. I did gold on this side. And this, I like the clear. If you really want the middle part to show up, you do the clear. When you do the center, that shows up. So I'm going to show you how to do that first. And then when I was doing these, I kind of came up with some variations of them. So these are all so close to this one. So I'm going to show you how to do all these. And it's just one little change, and it will change up the whole. See, like this? It's just like one little change, and it changes up the whole bracelet. So I'm going to show you how to do those. So let's get started. Okay, so you're going to need your loom straight across. I am working on a design where the loom is offset. I'm still working on that one. So to do the big one, with both sides, you're going to do all 3 rows. If you're just going to do the single, you're just going to do the 2 rows. So I might even, like if you're trying this out for the first time, just do the single one first, because you are going to have to transfer it. If you have 2 looms, awesome, you can do this straight up, you don't have to worry about it, but I'm going to show you how to transfer it so you can make it go all the way around. So, okay, so like I said, you're going to have your loom straight across. You're going to do the 2 rows, and you're going to have your arrows pointing away from you when you put the base bands on. But once those are on, then you can flip it if you want. For me, like if you saw my last tutorial where I got mixed up and had to flip it around again. So I like to have it ready to go how I'm going to loop it. So like I said, the white bands you have to do, or the bottom bands, arrows pointing away, but after that you can switch it if you want. If you like it doing it the other way, go for it. So to do this, you need a hook, which I didn't grab. Okay. You're going to take 2 or 3 bands. I'm not sure which ones. My original one, where did I put it? Well, this is like the original. This has 2 of the blue bands and 1 white band. So like each one has 2 color and 1 white, which I like that effect. I kept trying to make it like the same swirl each time, but it didn't work out. Like some look better than others. So this is 3. I think that's 3. 3 makes it pop a lot more. This is 2. This is these bands, because you know they're only 300 and they're more expensive. So I was trying to be careful with them. But these are a little bit bigger, so I didn't use as many. And that looks kind of cool with that one. I really like that one. I mean, I like colors, but I think that looks more like, I don't know, I guess a guy could wear that one. Alright, so I'm going to show you with 3 bands. So you're going to take 3 of the colors. You could do 3 different colors, change one up. You're going to put your hook through all 3 and just go one more time, like that. You're going to take a clear band, or whatever band you're using to hold it down. And like I said, the ones that hold it down tend to take away from the circle. Okay, so I should stop talking. So I put that through. So it's on there like that. See that? Like this. And I start mine at the very beginning because I have to transfer mine, and it's really hard to transfer if one of these is on the very end. So I do it on this one. If you have two looms and you're doing it straight up, you can start right here. It's much easier in the beginning. Okay, so once you have that on there like that, I like to get my other band down like that. You go through here. This is much easier to do when you can maneuver the board. And you're going to grab that through and put it on there like that. Then you're going to do this to all corners. So you grab it through. This is a very simple design. I like simple. If it's too complicated, I get very confused. So I like it to be as simple as possible. So there you go. There's one. So I tried doing it every single thing, and it gets really bunched up. It kind of has a cool effect. Maybe I'll show you at the end of the video, because I don't know where I put it. The one that it has, they kind of look like they're stacked up. This makes them lay flat. I just like the way it looks better. So I'm alternating purple and pink. So I'm going to grab 3 pink. I'll show you this one more time because it'll show up a little bit better. Alright, so I'm going to put this through all of them. And double it up. Take your band through. Maybe. There we go. I'm not cooperating today. So it's like that. Alright. And this is much, like I said, if you put this on here first, it's easier. You know, what's easier for me may not be easier for you, so find out what works best for you. I hate when people say you have to do it this way. Do it whatever way works for you. Alright. So you're going through. You're grabbing it from underneath. Oops. Okay. So I'm going to do this all the way up, and then we're going to show you how to transfer it. And once you learn how to transfer it, it makes it so much easier if you only have one loom. So I'm going to finish that up. Okay, so mine is all done up. I have all my Fruit Loops on there. And it's all the way to the top, except for that last little bit right there. So I found if I just put the cat band on here and start looping it, the cat band is hard to get a hold of at the end of when you have the bracelet off and everything. So I do this little trick, and I do a cat band, I double it on my finger, and then I take another band through like that, and then put it on like that. So this is the cat band right here. This actually gives you one extra little loopy, for lack of a better word. Okay, so do the same thing on the outside. So if you do have 2 looms, you don't really have to do this part. You could. Okay, so now you're just going to loop up, and you're going to go through all of these bands and grab that bottom one and pull it up like that. And you're going to do this all the way up to the top. Then you're going to come down here and do this side. And then we'll meet you there. So do both sides all the way up to the very top. Okay, so mine is looped all the way up to the top. And I'm going to be transferring. If you have the 2 looms, just go ahead and tie it off. I find 2 of these, you only need like a little bit of a extender chain. I do a little extra so it goes all the way around for me, for an adult. Okay, so I am using these paper clips to help me transfer it. So all I did is I just took the paper clip and I opened it up like this. These are very handy. So I'm going through here. And if you want to put these on your hook, if you don't have paper clips, that's good. But these are really handy, and it makes it, like, to pull it off, really easy to do. Okay. So here is the first half, and you're going to go and you're going to, like, push it through a little bit, and it will make the chain, like, go around the back of it and kind of push it out a little bit. I love these colors. See, and the chain will kind of like mush it out like that. So there is the first half. So if you are going to transfer, you like, this is, I mean, you could do this like a bracelet and just do the extender chain. So I'm going to show you how to transfer it. I do have 2 looms, but I like showing you how to do it so that you can do it yourself with 1 loom. Okay, so I have my white bands on there. I did it with the arrows pointing away. And then I'm flipping it over. So what I found is, for me especially, because if I make a mistake, I get obsessed with it. And I can't stop looking at it. So this is the back part, whichever one you choose to be the back. And you can, I mean, if you do it wrong, you can just flip it around. You're going to take the back, very carefully, the back part of this, and put it on here, like that. That's why these come in very handy. Alright, so the same for this side. Like that. And now, you're going to continue on with your pattern. And since that one was pink, I'm going to do purple. And you're just going to do the same thing you did before. And the reason why I don't just put that on there is because it shows it different. Like, you can see that it's different if you do it that way. I don't know. I would think that with the white, it wouldn't show up as much, or it wouldn't be as blatant. But for me, if I know it's there, okay, and see, like this one, I missed that loop right there, so I'm going to go back and go through all of them. Alright, did it again. Sometimes you just have to take it off and do it all over again, which I hate doing that. I always try to get like out of it and not do it. Sometimes it takes less time just to start over and then to try to fix the mistake. Okay. So once this is on, these 2 hooks, which I'm just going to finish this so I can show you it's on there stable. Okay, so once these 2 are on here, then you're just going to put this on top. Like that. And then you're going to continue and put the rest of your little Fruit Loops on there. Alright, so meet you back. Alright, I just want to show you this real quick. When you go to loop up this part, you want to make sure that you go underneath all of these bands. I am speaking from experience. That is the worst, when you think you have everything looped up and you pull it off So I went through everything. Here, let me see. And grab that bottom band. And then you continue looping like before. Okay, so I'm all looped up. I'm going to take this off. Use my handy dandy paper clips again. So you could just do like C-clips on there now and be done. I'm going to show you how big it is. I really like that neon pink. Okay, so that is, I should measure like how long my wrist is so I know, so I don't have to keep doing this. That's a good idea, do that. Measure your wrist and then you'll know like if you need to do like a couple more. So this one, for me, leaves that much. So I would probably just do an extender on that instead of going and doing a couple more. I don't know, I always say that, but then I like it when it goes all the way around for me. So for a young person, I think this is like perfect. So you're just going to put your C-clip on there and put it on there like that. So that is the Fruit Loop bracelet. That is the first one. So I'm going to show you variations. I'm not going to go through the whole thing to show you each one like the bracelet wise. I'm just going to show you how to put it on the loom. So each back. Okay, I'm going to show you this variation first. This is the easiest one to do. This one right here is done with 3 bands, and this is 2 for the center. So this one I think makes it look more like O's, and this makes it pop more. So whichever look you prefer, or if you're trying to save bands, then I would do this one. But I don't know. At first I like this one better. This one I like the way it feels, like the way it lays flat. So whichever way you like. So I'm going to show you with 3 bands. This one's really simple. You're going to put your bands on your hook like that, and just double it like you did for the Fruit Loop. And you're going to grab 2. Actually, for this one, you can just do 1. Grab 1 band like that. And you are going to put this on. So following the same pattern you did for the Fruit Loop. Okay, so you can put it on like that. And then you're going to pull this over to here. Like that. Then grab another band and go through there. Did I get them all? Yeah. Grab that band. Like that. Sometimes it helps if you give your bands a little stretch. Like that. So you're just going to do this every other one, and that will give you this look. So for this one right here, this one, I had another one. What do I do with it? I can't find it. I'll show you at the end of the video. Oh, here it is. So this one is the same as that. But I changed, when I did the perimeter, I did every other band I did clear, and then I did the color of the crisscrosses. So that gives it a whole other look. So I thought that was kind of cool too. I meant to experiment more with that, but I was getting like crazy with all the different ones I was doing. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So it's very similar to this. The only thing you're going to do is you need to put 2 bands. So this will be the square right here. This will be the square you're working with. So you need 2 bands like that. Let's do color red. First color I grabbed. Okay. So again, you can do 2 or 3 bands. I think I like 2 better, so let's do 2. So you're going to put your bands through your hook, and go through again, and grab that. Put that on just like you did the one right before that. Like that. It's so hard when I'm like coming up with bracelets and I want to try so many different things, but it takes a while to make each one, and then I gotta try different colors. So I end up with a bunch of little pieces of bracelets. Sometimes I'll try like a whole different, like each one is a different pattern. Okay, so now that you have that one on there, you're going to go through your little Fruit Loop and grab this band right here and pull it up. Maybe or not. Okay, oh, I did get it. That had no finesse at all. Okay, then you do the same thing for this side. Like that. And then you're going to do that for every other one, and that will give you this look right here. And like I said, if you did like this one was the perimeter bands was clear, then this was white. It looks really cool. I really like that. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do this variation, and I'm going to show you how to do the whole bracelet, because when you pull it off, it looks really funky. Like, what did I do wrong? So I'm going to show you how to do this, and I'm going to get it all loomed up. So, right back. Okay, so I have my bands, my black bands for the outside all the way up. You're going to take 2 of whatever color you want for the middle. You're going to put your hook through and go through 2 more times, like that. Then you're going to grab 2 bands, whatever color you're using to hold them, and you're going to roll those up or push them up down there. Now, very carefully, this is the trickiest part, is you want to grab each of the holder ones like this. So if you open this up and you pull on it, you can see through it. So if you can't see through it, then you have mismatched bands. So this is going to go on like this. And then this one can't see, like that. So I did this all the way up because I wanted to show you what it looks like when you pull it off. So I did mine all the way up. So I'm going to do that same trick I did in the beginning with the Fruit Loop. You do the cap band and pull one through. So I'm going to go and loop this all the way up, and then we'll pull it off together, and I'll show you what it looks like, because it looks crazy when you pull it off. Okay. So I'm going to pull this off. It's amazing that I stuck with this design, because when you pull it off, it does not look good. Okay. So it kind of looks like a blobby mess. So you go to where the beginning is, and you find out where to open it up, and you push them through like this. See, the top ones come over it, and you kind of just, sometimes you got to move the little bands around. To me, they look like little presents, because they end up getting very square with the the bands on the perimeter. So it looks like a little present. And I think the one that I did, oh, where I went. The one looks like a wagon wheel. I don't know if that name's taken or not, but. So I just push these through like that. And I think it looks really cute. And this actually has grown on me a lot, like the more I look at it. And the way that these bands in the center like kind of poof up a little bit, I don't know, I really like it. So when I did some other ones, like I said, you know, when I'm trying to come up with a design, I want to do all these different color patterns and it takes me forever. So this one I did where I changed, where I did the color that the holder was, and I did it in black just to show you the difference. I thought that looked really cool. I really like it. This one not so much. And this one I did a white and a color band. So I think these look really cool though. I don't know, I'm in love with Rainbow Loom. Okay, so this one right here, for me, when I transfer it, I do a double one. It's plenty big. It's actually a little bit too big. So you, as a younger person, or see, I like mine really loose, so I do a double, but maybe 1.5, or maybe like this one and 4 more, because this, I mean, that's pretty big to go around. So let's see, I think this one is double, and like this is like super loose on me. This might be actually a little bit too loose, but I don't like anything tight on there. So there we go. Now it's time for the wrap up. Alright, so I have shown you a whole bunch of different bracelets to make in one tutorial. This I think is my favorite. I like the way this looks. And this is the original, the double. So you just double everything up like you did. Just do it like that one. I was going to show you this one right here. So this one is every other one has the circle. This is everyone has a circle. The Fruit Loop thing. So it definitely, it's thicker and it lays up. So it's definitely good to do it like in order, like so they lay on top of each other. I like the flat better, but this is definitely a lot more sturdy, a lot stronger. So, and then this one right here, I did this one right here, but instead of doubling the band, I tripled it. So it kind of, it makes it smaller, and actually the purple one fell off, so it would be a little bit longer. So definitely you would need to at least double it, maybe even triple it. Once you get used to the transfer part, it's amazing how easy it is. And especially with the paper clips, it makes it so much easier. So I am done talking. This took forever, showing all these different ones. And so there it is. Fruit Loop bracelet. And thanks for watching.